Hi everyone, how's it going? I hope everyone are doing well. I know it's been a while. I have been on a really intense work journey, so I haven't had a lot of time to be honest, just even connect. But we're here today. So for the past week or so, I've been getting some messages down, and let's read them. Okay? So somebody here, only take what resonates, okay? Don't make it fit. So, first card, God angels are saying here that isolation equals growth. Isolation equals growth. So it's actually an honor to be set aside, especially when, if you're seeing this, you're most likely a light worker, an earth angel. You work for the Most High. You know your position, you know your mission, you know what God wants you to do, and you're most likely serving humanity or your collective in some sort of way. You're going through some sort of higher level of education right now, and it may feel really lonely, but just know that it's only temporary, and there is the right time for everything and everybody, and that time will come, okay? So don't worry, okay? Take this chance to really dive deeper into the higher education, and you can get a lot done during this period of time, even though it may seem lonely. So of course, you can always talk to your friends or family, but it seems like your circumstances may be very lonely at this time. And this is because God just needs you to stay focused and out of distractions, and just start pulling on your energy. God knows that people will be pulling or are pulling on your energy, so God is just limiting their access to you right now because you need to focus. You need to stay focused, and you're stepping in some sort of position of authority, and a lot of people are very intimidated by that. A lot of people are not going to expect you to step into this position so quickly and so firmly and unapologetically, but you know that you have been, I just heard promoted. You have been promoted. God promoted you. And God gave you this position for a reason, because you can carry a weight. I'm channeling right now, so I keep hearing things. So bear with me if I jump all over. Just take the messages that you feel are for you. So for a lot of people, I'm seeing that this is some sort of, I'm hearing two things. So this is a family situation for somebody, and for majority, this is a work situation or a school. And there will be people who will challenge you in this period of elevation and education, and they would want to set you off. They want to get you out of your character, and this is where your training and preparation steps in, learn how to stay calm in triggering situations. Learn how to respond accordingly. Learn when to defend yourself and when to choose your battles, right? Not all action needs a reaction. Say less. There will be situations where you will not only be defending yourself, but you will be correcting injustice. And God trusts you with this gift. God trusts you with this position of authority because God knows that you are selfless. God knows that you are here to execute God's plan and not yours. And God also knows that this is only temporary. You know that this is only temporary, so occupation word has been coming out a lot lately. It is some sort of occupation, and this occupation is temporary. There will be some sort of huge reward at the end of this occupation, but you would have to stick it out. You would have to go through this period of training, and this period of training is going to be very intense, but you are also prepared. Although you will, I just heard, exceed your own expectations and people's expectations, and you will you are ready for this position. You have been put in this position because people will trust you. People trust you and people love you, okay? And you love people. And you love people that don't even deserve your love, but you still love them. Just like God loves people. And you, in the environment that you're in right now, you're maybe the only one who has compassion, empathy, and understanding towards others the way it should be. And that's why you were chosen. And you know this for a fact that you are only executing God's plan here. So just stay patient, with this occupation, and sooner than later you'll be able to do what you actually want to do, okay? Yes, so it is not wise to trust people in that environment. There will be a lot of people that would want to snitch, set you up. There's people taking notes. There will be a lot of opposition here. And these people are just little guys. They're rats. They're snakes, But you've been through worse than this. This is definitely challenging, and you may feel like nobody understands you. You feel lonely, isolated, but you are being set apart for a reason, and this is, you are there for two reasons I'm hearing. So one reason is to serve God's plan in that specific environment for that specific time of being there. And the second reason is that you are developing personal skills in that environment for your next assignment that is going to be even bigger, and it is going to be different, okay? Your next assignment may be something that is closer to your heart, okay? This is just a stepping stone so that God can polish your skills for your true assignment, for your next gig, okay? Yes, God is saying greatness cannot be rushed. So if you feel like you are behind, you're not behind. You're just on time. Don't worry about being behind or being too late or being off course. You're not off course. You're in the right place at the right time, and nothing happens by accident, right? And it's just seen 111. So you are in the right place, okay? And wow. Oh, wow. Yep. So God is saying that you must consider these people who are maybe less conscious and less experienced in certain aspects than you. You must consider them as your children, because even if you are in a lower status in certain, let's say, work environment, right? You are there to teach, let's say, people above you. You're teaching each other like different skills, what I'm getting. Like, you're learning professional skills from them, and they're learning social skills, empathy, compassion, understanding, and most of all, love. They're learning love. So some of these people seem to be a little bit of their hearts are closed off because they've been through a lot of trauma, and you just stepping into those environments, your energy is contagious. So the most important thing is to take care of yourself, take care of your energy. I'm also getting something about letting go of your bad habits and addictions for good. So in this space, you'll be able or forced to let go of all of your bad habits, all of toxic habits and people. You will have no choice but to do so. And for some people, this will be truly a blessing, because this environment, even though it is a little bit harsh and I'm getting cold-hearted, will eventually save your physical life. So I don't know what kind of addictions you are experiencing, or you may be addicted to people who are just not good for your health, but these people won't be able to stick around you, or you won't be able to you'll be too busy to even go see them, or you might have to move, or just separate, or you'll have a different schedule. Some sort of separation is happening here, what I'm getting, and that is for your physical wellness, what I just heard, okay? Physical well-being. A therapy hotline, yeah, you are, in this environment, you are a therapist, so you will reflect a lot of things back to them, and not only will they learn from you, but you will learn from them too, and it is a mutual exchange. So be grateful for this exchange, because even though these people are challenging you, you did sign up for this. I just seen 444, and these people are recognizing that there is something very authentic about you. They recognize that you speak your truth. They know that you have pure intentions, and they know that they cannot fight the truth. And I'm getting something about them trying to silence you. Like some of these people will like speak on top of you, or intimidate you, or they will speak like louder than you, just to shut you down. But in those places, you would just have to still, you know, you will have to find a way to get the message across, because not only are you speaking for yourself in those type of situations, you're actually defending innocent souls, you're defending innocent people that cannot be in that environment and speak for themselves. You're speaking for these people. So I just heard advocate, or some sort of like, you're some sort of like a spiritual advocate or a spiritual lawyer, or a peacemaker, or a guide of some sort in this environment. And nothing goes past you, and they will try to do things behind your back, and they will try to keep you like out of the loop. But the truth will always come out, and they will hit instant karma, and you are their walking karma, and that's why they'll be disliking you. I know hate is a very strong word, but you gotta be prepared for it. You gotta be prepared for it, because these people live in fear. They don't live in trust, okay? And you walk with God. God walks with you, so you live in your truth, and you trust God in everything that you do. You wake up, and the first thing you do is talk to God. You go to sleep, and a lot of times you connect to God instantly, immediately, right? In these type of environments, you may feel totally disconnected, because these people are disconnected, and these environments are so corrupt sometimes that you may feel like, what is happening? Like, why is it so chaotic? Like, who are all these crazy people? Why are they acting out of control like that? Why are they so rude, right? Why are they so conniving? But that is because you are in distorted environment. It's God puts you there to restore an order. You're restoring an order in a very corrupt environment, okay? And you're bringing a peace there. You're bringing a peace there, and stability, a wider understanding. You're bringing clarity, and you're bringing a vision. And these people are in shock. They're in shock. They're like, where did she come from? Why they think that they have all this authority? We're supposed to be above them. Who do they think they are? But you haven't done anything for them to get rid of you. You've done everything right. So keep it up, keep it up, but don't get too attached to this environment, okay? It's like a fake sense of stability, or a fake sense of like, especially like what comes to material, like it's like a fake sense of material stability that a lot of people go for, but your plan is much bigger. So this is only a stepping stone, and this is only an occupation, this is only temporary, and you're don't forget why you started certain things. Don't forget that you're not at the end of your journey, and you're not supposed to be modifying your journey at this point. This is just a little side road that you're taking that will lead you to your main purpose very soon. Okay, so just be patient. For the timeline, I'm getting specifically a year. So you might have to stay in this place for a year, whatever it is for you. And a year and a half, what I'm getting here. And people see you as somebody very sophisticated. You have good manners. You are kind. There is a lot of eyes on you here. There's a lot of eyes. So what I'm getting, like monitoring, literally like cameras and like hearing devices. Not for everybody, but you gotta feel it out. Just be prepared, okay? Don't be surprised if you see like hidden cameras or you see like hidden hearing devices. Not to make you like superstitious, but it is what's coming out. It is a reality, especially if this is like a work environment or a living environment. So things even like, just be prepared, like what comes to like your homes and like your vehicles, things like that. Like I would like check your vehicles and just make sure that you don't have like air tags on your vehicles, people like trying to track your every move or like follow you around or like, have like hidden cameras in your spaces, things like that. So if you've been feeling that is your confirmation. So I would like double check on that. But then also a lot of you are preparing for some sort of public position. So you better be prepared, When you step into this public position, you will not have a lot of privacy. So you have to really think about it at this point. Like, is that something that you want for your future? Because once you step in this public position, you will become a public property in a way where, you won't be able to control everything anymore. You won't be able to control a lot of things. And even if this is online, like people will say and do things, and you have to make sure that your security is in place, that you as well can retaliate, and you as well have cameras, and you as well have hearing devices, and you as well have receipts and proof if things go down. So you should be able to, by that time, you should be able to defend yourself if anything goes down, right? So people can just accuse you of just about anything, right? So I'm definitely getting like a work environment. There are like some people going behind your back and taking actions behind your back, and people smiling in your face but stabbing you in your back and things like that. So trust no one in that environment. Literally, trust no one in that environment, okay? You can only trust God right now. You can only trust God and 5 of your closest friends and family members. So keep that in mind. And meanwhile, I'm getting that you have your own side project going. You may be developing your craft, or maybe developing your purpose or your business, or you may be studying for like a new degree or something. And you gotta dedicate yourself to this thing. You gotta dedicate yourself to this thing, and this thing will bring you a lot of wealth. This endeavor of yours will bring you a lot of prosperity. you will attract a lot of prosperity because that is your true purpose. You will attract prosperity no matter what, because whatever you do, you will get compensated for it as long as you work for God. You are always taken care of. But your true prosperity lies in your purpose. Your true wealth, and not just our health, as well, lies in your purpose. Somebody here has a hard time opening up, and you gotta think, if you let go of the fear of getting hurt, would that make you open up more? This may be a question that you're asking somebody. If you let go of a fear of getting hurt, if you just dare to open up, your inner self is your inner guide. Yes, your intuition. Trust your intuition in these times, okay? Based on my experience, first impression is always correct, but I like to give people a little extra time, So sometimes we can't see everything at once. We get the feeling because the energy speaks louder than words, but you got to test every spirit behind every person, right? And you got to take some time to do so. So I would say don't rush anything, okay, with nobody. Get to know people on a deeper level, okay? Yes, you're in this major process of transformation, and you are transforming like a butterfly from the cocoon into a butterfly so that you can take off, and you're growing your wings and you're stepping in your authority unapologetically, not from ego, not from tyranny, but from it's like God's authority that's speaking through you, you know what I mean? And that's like a fine line, because if you tell this to somebody who is not aware or prepared or equipped, then he can destroy a lot of things, If you give certain position to somebody who will use it for their own benefit, then it can actually destroy a lot of things, in a lot of people's lives. But God chose to give it to you because of your humility, what I just heard. Because of your humility. Because of no matter what God gives you, He can trust you with it. He knows that you will not abuse your position. He knows that that position will not change you, that it will only develop you. It will not change you for worse, it will only change you for the better. There is some sort of protection around you. It's almost like, I just heard untouchable. Like if people want to, you may actually be stepping in some sort of position where you may actually have like private security or a bodyguard, or somebody is guarding you physically. It may even be just like a security, some sort of security. Somebody is giving you some sort of security and shielding you from the most of the threats and attacks, and these are like gatekeepers, and it is, an honor to be around these people because they are there to save lives. They're there to protect you specifically, and you have been assigned to them, and they have been assigned to you, and it's amazing that you have these people around you. Whoever these people are, you may even, I just heard, like, you may have like an animal by your side. Like, I'm specifically seeing like a big dog for somebody. You might be like a very gentle spirit, but then your dog is like fierce, right? And so people don't mess with you because of your spirit animal and your gatekeeper. Or let's say you're like a really small in size, you may have like a big male figure around you who is like your brother or a friend or a boyfriend or a husband or a coworker. It don't matter, right? You are protected. And then another message that I'm getting, that you are doing this to somebody, you are gatekeeping for somebody. So specifically her, if you want to talk to her, talk to me first. And not a lot of people can say that, but you can, because you are literally some sort of savage. Like, even if you are like a female, or even if you are like a people, you look way sweeter than what you actually are, and people will like never expect. You may have like a very gentle voice or a demeanor. You may be very well collected. You may be very beautiful inside out, and people normally, you strip them from their, specifically just heard aggression. You strip them from their aggression, so they cannot come to you with their aggression full on. They have to back off. They have to hold it back because you are well protected. And I'm specifically getting that there's like unseen beings. There's like literally like angels around you. There's like angels, like beings that you cannot see, all around you. And these beings are blocking a lot of things. But also, I do recommend, so try and communicate with these unseen angels, okay, more, and tell them what you want them to do for you, to ask for the protection, and always show your gratitude, because they never stop working. So when you go to sleep, they're there to protect you and guide you and block a lot of things. But also, I'm specifically hearing like go slower, like God protects those who protect themselves. So specifically, I'm getting go a little bit slower, what's the rush? And this applies for, I think we're talking about traffic. So you gotta drive a little bit slower, okay? And you gotta look around you, and you gotta have your dash cams on at all times. Like, you gotta set up all that. Not to scare you or anything like that, but just for your own safety, That's what I'm getting. And like, you gotta tighten up your security, like cameras, like ring cams on your doorbells, and even like cameras in your spaces, in your vehicles, security systems. Make sure that all your insurances are intact. Make sure that all of your ducks are in a row. So you have like a perfect opportunity to sort out a lot of things, and maybe just, list certain things and just start crossing them over, because you have all this extra time. So be very wise with this time. you can get a lot of things done. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of rats and snakes around you, but it was new, right? You were not born yesterday. You already knew. I'm seeing money coming in and they can smell it. And then you have like a lot of these, what's up, how's it going, how you been, where you at? And these are like, these are definitely monitoring spirits, and it will just be so clear to you once you separate from them that they will be after you, asking where you went and what you're doing, and now they all of a sudden want to meet up, and it will be very clear to you what's what and who is who, and you know, and you don't have to tell these people any, like, good, just, you know, busy or whatever. Like, you don't have to explain where you at or what you're doing or anything. Yeah, I'm also getting something about like you ain't gotta do too much to just be you. Like you ain't gotta your strongest frequency is your truth, your authenticity, right? So the realer, you obviously be diplomatic, but you have to know when to be diplomatic and when to just shut it, you know? Like, say nothing, stay quiet, you know? Take notes, listen. Listen and you will hear. Listen and you will learn, right? Listen more than you speak, basically. Yeah, don't let them get to you. So just know that these are spirits that are going to test you, and they will try and set you off, and they will try to, they cannot stand you being there because you arouse their, you know what. So they want you out of there ASAP. But don't forget who you are. You know, you know your mission. You know your purpose. You know that you are an earth angel. You know that you are a light worker. You know that you bring order and justice and truth into every situation. And you know that you are leaving places better than what they were when you first came in, right? And I am seeing that you are at some sort of service here. So I also heard something about heaven. So you will meet a lot of these souls in heaven when you get there. You will meet a lot of these people that you randomly helped out or randomly did something good for or randomly brought justice to them. They will greet you in heaven. This is crazy. Like they will greet you in heaven. Like these may be past soul contracts, or these may be future contracts that are just being. I just heard destiny helper. I don't know if you're their destiny helper or if they are yours, but there is some sort of spiritual connection between you and these people. You don't know what you got until it's gone. Yeah, I'm getting that if this is some sort of move or separation, this will give you a little bit of time to reflect. I've been also getting like internal journey. Like this is like your internal journey because you've been on external journey for so long. You haven't had a lot of time to reflect because time just moves so quickly, and God just sets you off, throws you in there, and you know, obviously always taking care of you, but sometimes life moves very quickly. And you still have things that you need to process and heal, even all the way from your childhood. You will be able to relive those situations and understand and cherish them better, okay? I'm specifically seeing like a grandma's or grandpa's house. This is like when you were a child. And just know if your grandparents have passed on, they are connecting with you because they know that you need them right now. So sometimes you will get this overwhelming feeling of just reliving your childhood, reliving certain situations. You may even smell same smells or feel the way you felt when your grandma or grandpa were hugging you, for example, right? This is them literally trying to connect with you and talk to you and show support and love and guidance and understanding. And if you tune in, you can hear their message, you can hear their voices. So trust your intuition, okay? Don't just brush it off because these are very important moments, okay? Oh, wow. Beautiful. God is saying here, darkness will always be a servant of light. Yes, there's nothing to be scared of. There's absolutely nothing that you have to fear. You are in the right place, the right time, even if you are alone where you're at with little to no support, physical support. You do have support. You have support online. You have support in spirit realm. You have support from your ancestors. You have your angels guarding you. You may have your spirit animals guarding you. And you have like a bigger protection around you that is like some sort of security, some sort of guard or guardians. So this is a great time to tune into unseen and supernatural and specifically you will get a lot of messages through your dreams and meditations, and you will be doing a few different things simultaneously. So you will be on different frequencies throughout the day, okay? So let's say nighttime you may be astral traveling and working in that realm. You may be receiving messages, or you may be just working in a different realm, right? Or you may be just processing something from your past as well, and that is all mental work too, that is psychological work, and it is important. And what I'm getting here, like writing things down and just talking about them is going to be helpful. I'm getting something about a mother, like mother-daughter relationship that is unhealthy and unhealed, and that is something that God wants you to focus on. I'm getting that your mother is giving up on wow, I just started, your mother is giving up on love. Wow. Oh, this is so, oh my God, this is so sad. It's making me emotional. Yeah, you gotta reconnect with your mother, okay? I don't know who this is for, but you gotta show her some extra love right now, because even though she might be quiet or you may not be on a good terms, whatever the situation, God wants you to heal it before it is too late. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And your mother, she is crying a lot. Your mother is blaming herself for She's blaming herself for a lot of things right now. She's also on internal journey, and God is showing her situations from your past and maybe your childhood or your early years or teenage or even adult years where she mistreated you or didn't have a clear judgment, or she was acting from the place of and ego, and she is understanding now that she's been doing, she's been doing you wrong, and she may not express it to you, but just so you know, she is going through that. So just showing a little extra love to your mother right now is going to help your relationship a lot. And this may apply to a son and father relationship, or father and daughter, or a daughter, a mother and a son, right? So take it how it resonates. Wow, yeah, you are an angel on earth. You are an angel on earth. This card is coming out, and this is a new this is a new breed. Like, this is literally, there are a lot of angels, that are there. There are a lot of, how should I explain it? Ancestry does play a role, but from the spiritual point of view, and anybody can reach an enlightenment, right? If they put in enough work, anybody can reach an enlightenment, right? But your ancestry is already angelic, and you know specifically who it is in your bloodline. So sometimes it jumps over generations. But you can sense who it is, who your angelic, specifically mother, is. Your angelic mother may not be your mother. Maybe your grandma, or your auntie, or your sister, somebody in your family, like a female in your family, okay? Or like a very close friend even. Like a family friend. Because not everybody can have children, and sometimes things just work out the way, they always work out the way they're supposed to, right? So I'm getting that there's like angelic, like genetic on both sides of your parents. Like, it may not be directly like your closest parents, although what I'm getting for maybe, but not for everybody, okay? So you gotta like feel it out, who is like the most angelic in your bloodline, and just know that you can connect easily to these spirits, even though they have passed on. They are your parents in the spirit realm. So anyways, yeah, you are somebody with little to no ego, and this is why, God is giving you so much responsibility, because you will always lead from the heart. You will always, I'm not saying people don't make mistakes, people make mistakes, but at least when you make a mistake, you can recognize it and own up to it, right? And apologize and correct the mistake, right? But your essence is mostly no ego. It is all just at service to the humanity. And that is something, and to God, and that is something that makes you an earth angel. Your selfless nature. And another thing is, you don't care about the material possessions. You don't care about the material world. Like, let's say you may cherish like a crystal more than you cherish like a real diamond or something, Like, you're collecting stones instead of collecting diamonds, or you don't really see value in money, although obviously money is needed and necessary in this reality. But that's why you feel like you're always wealthy. That's why you feel like you always have more than enough, because you live from the place of abundance. You were born in abundance because you always taking care of. I just heard royalty. You are royalty without a crown. You know what I mean? You don't need a crown to be a royalty. And there is this sense of authority that you possess, that you demand respect. You demand respect even though you will never take it. You will never demand it. But people give it to you freely because they can see I just heard a start being, or like a stardust. I was about to say that they can see God's authority through you. They can see God's authority through you, right? And they know that you can step away at any minute. Like, you are not necessarily needed like that. Like, you bring God's authority in place and you just sometimes disappear, leave, and people, where did he go, right? Well, you were here for a good time, not a long time. You did your job and on to the next mission, right? And some people get like too attached to your energy because they become like dependent on it, because when you step away, it may seem like empty. It may seem like things don't work. It may seem like things are crumbling down. It may seem cold. It may seem that there's no understanding, that there's chaos, there's no peace. You don't need a man to be happy. You just need yourself to be happy. Somebody here has a long way to go, and you shouldn't even be thinking about it. This person is corrupt, or they're in their toxic ways, just not on your level. This person is now saying, it's either the same person or somebody here is saying, I didn't know what I had till it was gone. Well, yeah. Everything nice and clean, this is what you focused on. You are just staying focused and well organized, and you're just staying cool and collected right now. Rejection is a divine protection. This card is coming out in every reading. Yeah, or just the wrong timing. Yep, didn't I just say 18 months or like year and a half? Oh, pure focus. Yes, God is saying pure focus for the next 18 months, and you will reach your goal, specifically financial goal. Yeah, somebody here is saying, I just wasn't ready for you. And you are learning better habits here. You have done your work. Congratulations. Good job. God is stepping in and separating you from all evil. Yep. And they have issues that you cannot fix. Yep. Good emotional development is the key to the happiness. Yes. So you're definitely going through a process of emotional development right now that will be needed in the future. Your strongest frequency is your authenticity. Yeah, attitude of gratitude. Somebody here is saying, I don't have the words to thank everybody for everything they have done for me. time to reflect. Yep. You have more responsibility and influence than you realize. Yep. This is only the beginning. New levels, new levels, new doors. So be prepared, okay, when you complete an assignment, just be prepared that the next day you're going to get a new assignment. And for a lot of you, especially if it's a work environment, you are a fast learner. I just seen 555, positive changes, money coming in. You are a fast learner. You'll be able to get to where you want to be way faster. I just seen 555 again, way faster than your coworkers, way faster than somebody else. Because what I'm getting here, that you have help, and for somebody you've done something similar in your past life, so you are just remembering. Actually, somebody, I'm getting a natural born leader. Somebody here, I'm getting that people will need your guidance, they will need your efficiency, they will need your leadership skills, they will need your judgment, they will need your help. Yeah, you cannot think or hear God when you're around them. I don't know who this is for you. This may be multiple people. So what I'm getting here specifically is, like, let's say you are all day, every day in a work environment. You're very focused on the tasks, and you can't really hear God in that environment because you're just not on that frequency, right? You're on a different frequency, right? Very 3D, practical. And then on your free time, on the weekends, you go out and then you go to places where you can also not hear God. So what is important here is that you sleep more, and you learn how to be comfortable by yourself in solitude, so that God can actually, I just heard slow down, so God can actually reach you and you can reach God's frequency. And this happens normally when you stay out of addictions, you stay out of ungodly places, you stay far from corrupt people, and when you're relaxed, right? So, yep, diet. Just also heard diet and some sort of spiritual education. So I don't know what this is for you specifically, but yeah, this is what I'm hearing. Yeah, whatever these people are having, it sounds like a personal issue, so don't think about it too much. Shake it off faster. Okay, this is all I have for you guys. Let me know how this resonates, and I hope to talk to you very, very soon. Bye, take care.